What's up, everybody? It's Old Man Winter 8 for Sun and Ski Sports, and this is the 25-26 32 Lashed from the ground up. All right, so the 32 Lashed is one of the most popular boots in the market. It has been in 32's lineup forever, and it is probably one of the, if not the best-selling boot of all time. We start on the bottom with the performance rubber outsole. So this is a combination of their Evolution foam, which is in the midsole. It comes through in the middle, and they've got these rubber pods on the toe and the heel, basically in those areas where you need the extra durability and the extra grip. And then having that Evolution all the way through the midsole makes this boot not only lighter weight, but it makes it incredibly cushy underneath your foot. And then going inside the boot, right underneath your foot, is the Team insole. So this is even more Evolution foam. They've got it 3D molded, and the cradle in the back kind of goes into the arch, and then there's a little sturdier material that goes around the outside of your heel, which gives you even more support and fills up that area where your heel might roll around inside the boot, which can significantly reduce a lot of fatigue underneath your heels during the day. And then from there we go to the liner, which is right against your foot, and this is their Team liner. So this is a dual density Intuition foam liner. 32 works with Intuition to custom design all their liners. The dual density having the softer foam against your foot and the little bit sturdier foam on the outside. This gives you ultimate comfort inside the liner, but then all the support you need on the outside of the liner. And then speaking of support, we've got that new backstay cradle that goes up and over the top of your heel. So you're getting all the support that you need from side to side, and it's creating even more of a pocket for your heel to help lock you in. And if you're somebody that just has really, really narrow ankles and you need even more heel hold, they have these little pockets on the side, and it comes with a fit system where you can slide these little donuts inside there to give a little bit more pinch. And then around the top, we've got this nice big power strap. So you can really tighten these things up across the top of your ankle, and it's basically going to keep that liner tight no matter how skinny your ankles are. And then to match up with the Team footbed and the Team liner, we also have the Team harness on the inside of the boot that goes around the outside of the liner. This is basically a medium height lacing system that kind of acts like an ankle brace, gives you a little bit more support and a little bit more power and just a little bit more hold inside the boot. And then going to the outside of the boot, you'll notice the overmold on the toe, which is basically a material that's kind of painted onto the toe, giving you a little bit more durability and a lot more grip for the toe straps and your bindings. And as we go to the side of the boot, this is what really makes the Lashed the Lashed. We have the independent eye stay. So this piece on the side is actually sewn down here. It's not sewn up at the top. So what happens is when you're pulling these laces, this piece can stretch around the boot and lash you into the boot, hence the name the Lashed. And for this year, not only did they redesign this a little bit to make it a little bit more centralized and a little bit more focused on your foot to help hold your heel in, but they actually have these new easy slide lace loops. And these things, when you pull on the laces, it really, really helps the laces slide through, and you'll be able to crank this thing down and get it set exactly the way you need it for your specific foot. And then of course, just like most of the boots from 32, the articulated cuff where the upper part of the boot is kind of around the bottom part of the boot. So when you're flexing forward, you're not getting shell distortion. This means that the boot not only lasts longer, but as you're flexing the boot, it's not gapping and it's not causing the boot to loosen up the more you lean on it. And towards the back, we have their performance backstay, which is giving you more support. It's giving you more durability, helping the boot last a little bit longer. And then they've added this little harder piece underneath the heel too, so you get even more durability when you're getting in and out of your bindings. And then around to the front of the boot, we always have that 3D molded tongue. It's basically a tongue that's already shaped around your foot down here and all the way up to the top of the boot. This is just giving you a lot more comfort, and it's giving you a lot more consistent flex through the front of the boot. And then on the bottom of the tongue, a new feature for 25-26 is the new snow guard. So it's a piece of neoprene across the top of the tongue. This is basically just helping keep out the snow and the wind so your feet can stay even warmer. And then when it comes to the lacing, there's two different versions. You have a dual boa version, and you also have the standard lace model with the new locking lace hardware. These things really grab your lace and lock it in place. So once you get this thing laced up at the beginning of the day, it's the exact same tightness at the end of the day. Moving up to the top of the boot in the back, we have the calf relief cuff. So this is a pretty cool piece where it's got a little bit of elastic, and no matter how big your calves are, you're not going to get any calf bite where the boot is cutting into the back of your leg. But overall, the Lashed is a mid-flexing, all-mountain, go anywhere, do anything boot. It's just stiff enough if you want to go out and go fast and carve hard, and it's just soft enough for you to do park laps all day long. But if you got any questions about anything that we talked about in the video, definitely leave some comments down below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to the Sun and Ski YouTube channel, and head on into the Sun and Ski locations or check them out at sunandski.com.